After recording then.
Inshallah. Okay.
Oh, wait, you have to make me co-host. I don't have the permission.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Sorry to interrupt you. Can you make me co-host so I could record?
ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما. ربنا هب لنا من لدنك رحمة وهيئ لنا من أمرنا رشدا. حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل، نعم المولى ونعم النصير. غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير. اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم. والحمد لله رب العالمين. Amen. We have been studying the story of Moses, and we studied until the verse, section Taha, verse 97, which is very interesting. In this section, we remember that previous weeks we studied how Samaritan introduced a calf, asked people to bring their ornaments and put them into a thing and then make the calf. And Moses was away with God, and when he came back, he found out that the people are worshiping the calf. We studied it in great detail, and when Moses saw that the people are not following his teachings, although they were following when he was with them, they were following whatever he asked them to do. Now he left behind his brother Aaron. We studied what Aaron represents in this setting of scenario. So Aaron was not successful to keep the people on the same track as Moses left them. And first, Moses was a little bit disappointed with his brother Aaron, and he accused him not being successful as a representative of this message in his absence, in the absence of the prophet Moses. Now, he turned to Samaritan and asked him, why did you make all this? We said Samaritan must be, from the story it is presented to us, a person, a prominent person, maybe a scholar who gained the confidence of the people. Is a scholar, but this person is not loyal to the teachings of the prophet Moses. And he said, let's read it together. We can read it. Let me see. This one. Yeah, we can read it now. Moses said, of course, Moses is speaking to some Samaritan, Samiri in the language of the Quran. Gone with you. Certainly, Your lot throughout your life will be that you will say, don't touch me. This is interesting. We will study, of course. It is a very interesting matter that mentioned in the Quran. What does it mean? Don't touch me, la misas. You surely have a problem, and I'm following the continuation of the verse. You surely have a promise from which there is no escape. Now you have an appointment, you have a promise from your Creator. You will never be able to escape from it. Now look at your God, of course, pointing to the calf, to which you have kept on worshiping, of course, after leaving the Moses' teaching, replacing Moses' teaching, which is based on worshiping the only creator of the universe. Instead, they turned this worship into a symbol, which is made up of human beings' ornaments. That is very interesting, what we love of this world, what we like of this world. We make our own God and we worship it according to our desire. As Moses asked Samaritan, why did you make this? Samaritan said, that is how my understanding, my personal understanding, imposed on me. This is the way to represent God on earth and worship it or make our own God. It doesn't mean that we are not denying the creator of the universe, but what we need on this earth, something which represents God on earth. And God on earth must be something to do with what we feel, what we like. It means following one's own feelings. According to what? No criterion. According to how I feel. So it means this is the way of making up one's God according to how he wants, making up one's religion according to how he likes, how he feels that fits his life. That is the point. We have to be extremely careful. Am I making my own God according to my own desires, which don't have any criterion, may not accept that. Also, these desires may not accept that they are created. They need guidance. They need to worship our Creator. That is why it is important for us to be extremely careful not to confuse what I like, what my Creator likes, and make the distinction between these two. That is important. How can I make the distinction between these two? What I like, what my Creator likes. So in order to understand what my Creator likes, I have to consult my own feelings and understand that these feelings are left with no limitations. And these feelings are under my own free will to direct this way or another way. I can control it according to either my egocentric ambitions or submitting the truth and submitting myself to the truth, which is I am a created being, I have a creator, and this creator must be followed. For example, I may be given some properties by someone. Let's make an palpable example, some more concrete example. Somebody has given me a car, and I see that in the creation of the car, there is a purpose, perfect, purposefully designed to take me somewhere. Of course, I have some feelings that I may go, I may need to go, I may feel like to go somewhere. And this person gave me the car and left me free and says, okay, let's see what this person is going to do with the car, whether he will ask me how to use it, where to go with it, or he will just take it and claim the ownership over it and say, this is a car, I found it anyway, somebody must have given to me, but doesn't matter, it is under my control now. I will use it as I like. Now, the person who gave the car waits whether he will acknowledge that this is a purposeful action. For no reason, nothing in return, I gave the car to him. Let me see, he will be modest enough to admit, to confess that it is a favor from me to him. Or he will just, this person will just claim ownership over it and use it as if no one has given it to him, and there is no purpose in the way that the car is given to this person. It means an egocentric attitude, not being grateful at all, not acknowledging one's own truth at all, and not being respectful to the one who gave the car to him. There are two ways of using it. Now, in this example, simple example, of course, car represents the human feelings, and I am free. They are all given to me freely. I have two options. I have a free will, and the free will is in front of two options. One is, Farah, you are aware that your video is open. I don't mind, but if you are aware of it. There are two options in front of me. Whether I will say, look, there's a favor for me, and I must look who gave it to me, who is favoring me. All these feelings are given to me freely. And I also am given existence freely by a one who creates, who gives existence to everything. I must search for him. Who is the one who creates the universe? who is the one who creates me. He is the one who is really freely giving me in the form of a gift all these human qualities. I must question. If I don't, I will say, okay, as the Samaritan says, سولتني نفسي. My egocentric, my own concern made it easy for me to accept and go ahead with it, use the car as I like, rather than thinking, who gave it to me? What the purpose must be or may be? Let me ask him if it is possible, etc. Now, this is the main problem that we have to deal with now as a result of this information that we learn, this knowledge that we learn from these verses. These are not jokes. This is a serious matter. So this person has chosen to follow his egocentric desires without thinking, what am I going to do with the beauties of this world? Why are they given to me? How am I going to utilize it in order to fulfill the purpose of their being given to me? It means they are given to me. How can I acknowledge the order, acknowledge the one who gave all these beautiful ornaments of this world to me? So Moses said, you have to be modest enough, honest enough to understand they are all gifted to you by the one who created the whole universe, and I am bringing his will, explaining his purpose, why he has given all these beautiful things of this world to you. And we have to worship him. It means acknowledge him as the order and owner of this universe. And we are gifted our all things that we have, existence, life, beautiful way of thinking, understanding, endless numbers of feelings, all of them are given to us by him. That was Moses' message. That's what we learn from the message of the Quran as well. The same thing, appropriately adapted to our life, to our living conditions. But essentially the same message. Okay. He said, okay, I will, that is what this verse that we are studying is telling us. Gone with you. Certainly your lot throughout your life will be that you will say, do not touch me. You surely have a promise from which there is no escape. Now look at your God to which you have kept on worshiping. We will certainly melt it and scatter its particles into the sea. Now, gone with you, definitely a rejection from the creator of human beings. It means I created you for a purpose. I gave you this car of life, if you like, for a purpose. And you did not respectfully use it, appropriately use it, so you will be taken away. This car will be taken away from you. So you will not be given this car anymore. You don't deserve it. You are a very ungrateful, selfish, self-centric, egocentric person. Gone with you. certainly your lot throughout your life will be that you will always say. It means you will always have this feeling, do not touch me. That's very interesting. Do not touch me. What does it mean? Think about it. What does it mean? Anybody who would like to share his feelings? Loneliness, not feeling secure in one's life, no point of support. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. It means not having any real enjoyment with the accompanying creatures around you. For example, there are other creatures, example, animals. You will say, hey, don't touch me. Don't come into my world. I'm not going to think about it. I'm not going to really be thankful for them, to the one who provided them. I will be isolated from the rest of the universe. What does it mean? If somebody doesn't believe in the Creator, what happens? He is left alone. Be careful. This is our, how do you say, the main root of our psychological problems. Our psychological problems come from this loneliness, feeling no connection with the rest of the universe, not feeling that we, all beings on the universe, we are friends, we are brothers, sisters, all, not only human beings, everyone, because we all belong to the same Creator. So I'm not alone in this world. Everything is prepared for me. I am benefiting from them, and I am created for other people to benefit from my existence, from my presence in this world. So we will mutually support each other. We will be a point of support for each other, if you like, that look, I am taking this from the universe. I'm breathing air, getting the light, drinking water, eating, benefiting from all these beautiful elements of the world, and all together, we are blessed by the Creator of all of us, so that we will communicate with each other, we will help each other, we will be working together in harmony with each other, enjoy the presence of other beings in my life. So there are two ways of living in this world. One way is, there is a bird, for example, here singing, which is something else, and I'm something else. I have nothing to do with it. But there is an emotional connection. I like it. I love it. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Why? I am, in my understanding, if I follow Samaritan view, try to bring God on earth, it will be a representative of my own ego. That is why I have to be careful. My own ego, it will be representing my own ego. Everything is myself. I developed as a result of accidental happenings here, natural production, purposelessly, no purpose at all in my existence. So I am just happen to be like this with no purpose. So I don't know what will happen to me. Apparently, I will die at the end, and I don't know what will happen to me after I die, if there is anything. Just life is just so fragile. Just alone happened to be, and it looks like beautiful, but I'm going to lose it soon. And I have no connection with the other things. That feeling is represented in the idea of not accepting the connecting lines between the things as they are created by one creator who put me in the context of the whole universe. Now, one of our friends has written something in the chat box. Let me read it. If someone doesn't feel the presence of the Creator here and now, she will, sorry, if someone doesn't feel the presence of the Creator here and now, she is not secure and will feel loneliness, feeling no connection with others, and the start of all psychological problems. Thank you very much. It was a beautiful summary of what we have been studying, and I believe, how shall I do this? Okay, what we have been studying. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay. Sarah, it is a beautiful summary. So, let me see now the following verse. Don't touch me. You will be lonely alone, and no connection with the other creatures, no enjoyment at the presence of the other beings with you, and also no connection with your creator, who is the owner of the universe, and every feelings in you is attached to him. So the creator of the universe is so absolute being, he can fulfill whatever you desire, but you yourself alone, by yourself, you cannot fulfill anything what you desire. Whatever you temporarily get at the small glimpse of things, at the end disappears. This is important to pay attention to. So I would advise myself that, Ali, very careful, if you try to bring God into this world and make an image of it out of something, it will be out of your own caprices, your own desires, personal desires. And this will be a God which will benefit you nothing. And this understanding will cut off your relationship, your brotherly relationship with the rest of the creation. That means you will be left alone. You surely have a promise from which there is no escape. Now, the result of this understanding, first of all, you will suffer in this world. That is inevitable. Because the calf, yourself, cannot guarantee anything for your expectations. So the appointed time for you is at the end of, you know that you are going to die, you will be feeling that I will be left nothing at all, no hope, complete despair. Okay. Of course, the Creator is telling him, of course, somebody has given you this car of life, and there is a purpose. In the existence of you, there's a purpose. In the existence of the car, there's a purpose. And this giving has a purpose as well. So if you don't think about it, it doesn't become purposeless. But the man says, I'm going back to the beginning of our example, who gave me a car, he will say, okay, what did you do with the car I gave you? Well, I use it as I want. Have you ever thought that this car is a perfectly designed, prepared, and given to you as a gift? Who is this? Why? He might have given it to you. What did you think about it? Did you ever remember that you are giving this life of car, representing our life, the car? So how did you use it? As I like. But have you ever considered that the giver of this life car, he may have a purpose in it, so that he will be expecting you to ask him, why did you give this car to me? What are you expecting from me? How should I use it? Have you? No, you are very selfish. You thought you are self-sufficient. Right then, I will get the car as I gave it to you. You have no power to protect me from taking my car, because I am the one who created you. I am the one who gave you life. So I'm going to take it. When you die, what will happen? There is no car anymore. Your feelings will not be able to use any means to satisfy what or where they want to go, what aim they want to reach alone. That is the promise for you, according to your behavior. If you were an honest person, modest person, you would say, who gave this car to me? Let me investigate. Let me ask. Let me think about it. And why did you give it to me? I don't deserve it at all. So you gave it to me. There must be a purpose that I understand. You gave me the reason to understand it. So how can I use it? Then, if somebody searches for it, the prophet Moses or another prophet is out there to deliver his message to you. So look for the message of the Creator. You will find the prophets. Prophetic messages are standing out there. Everybody says, what is the meaning of existence? What is the meaning of life within the conditions of this universe? Only the prophets say the meaning of existence should be learned from its creator. So seek out who can be as its creator. Who can be the creator of the universe? He says, I am the one who is the absolute being who created the universe, and he employed me to give message to you. Look at the evidence I am presenting to you. Look at the explanations I am giving to your reasoning, to your intellect. Think about it. If you think it doesn't make sense, I understand, but be honest. Think about it. Okay. If someone understands that this life car is given to the one who created the universe and gave me all these feelings, and I have to ask him what to do with it, he said, okay, just to get to know me and use the car in my name, not in your own ambitions, egoistic ambitions, as you like it, as you interpret it. Just I will give you the criterion how to interpret your feelings, how to benefit from your human qualities. So if you do it, then he will say, okay, you deserve to be given even a better car, according to your acknowledgement, because your acknowledgement was connected to the absolute being. So you say, oh, this car of my life, of course, is given to me by the one who is the creator of the universe. I want eternal happiness. It is a shortcut sentence here. Shortcut, but I'm not going into why everything I want perfect. So you can give me a perfect life. I acknowledge it. I submit my desire to you. Okay. The creator sends the message to me or to you through the messenger saying that those people who believe in God and act according to his will, it means use the car according to the instructions that the owner of the car gives to you through the prophets, messengers. See whether these instructions are really fitting to the conditions of the existence of the car, to the conditions of the existence of your feelings. If they are fitting, if you feel comfortable about it, completely satisfied with it, or as much as you are satisfied with it, depends on how much you study the message, investigated the message, then if you apply to it, then in your life, if you apply all these requirements or instructions of your creator in your life, you will be given the same desires as you thought that the creator can satisfy it, understood and behaved accordingly. You will be given not a car now, this time, you will be given a, let's say, spacecraft. So, an example, of course, much better, as much as you want to. And as much as you believe it and realize that the creator can do for you, can give to you. Okay. Two conditions are here. The deniers of the creator are given a promise. The believers of the creator are also given a promise. Now, the denier's promise will be fulfilled. That will be a lack of car. No car. left alone. Don't touch me. I am alone. No help from the Creator anymore because you didn't deserve it. You abused it. You claimed over the car as to be the owner of it. Yeah, you claimed ownership over it. But now it is a lie. It is a very irrespectful way of behaving towards the life giver, car giver in our example, simple example. So no car, you will be left alone. The other one, yes, his car will be taken. But instead, whatever he believed, confirmed, and acted accordingly, according to his belief, maybe an aircraft, maybe a spacecraft, maybe, I don't know, another means of enjoyment, entertainment, satisfaction. Depends on the one's realization of God. It means knowledge of God, worshiping him accordingly. That is very simple, understandable. That is how human beings also confirm. Human beings say, for example, if you give a gift to somebody, if he just throws it away, doesn't utilize it for the purpose of the functioning of this gift. For example, you give a person, let's say a computer, a laptop nowadays, and this person uses it for, I don't know, what do you use? Maybe to press on, to write something, put a paper and to write on it, seeing that, oh, it is very flat surface, so I can put my sheets of papers on it and write something on it. Not using it as a computer. As a human being, would you give another laptop to him? I wouldn't. I would give him a sheet of, I don't know, hard paper, maybe. That's it. Or a sheet of metal. Because that is what he believed and treated the laptop as a I don't know, shield or sheet of metal. Then you wouldn't give it. But if a person uses it and gets excited and is very, very thankful to you and fulfills the mission of the laptop, purpose of the laptop, and he says, I want a more powerful memory or hard drive, whatever, I don't know the technical words, whatever I want, more faster. And the maker of this computer can make it. And I have the desire. And this desire is given to me by the maker of the computer of my life. What do? You say, this person deserves even a better, more powerful computer. Let me give it to him. He deserves it. That is how the feelings, human feelings, teach us how God is going to treat us through our own human feelings. That's our reality. Okay. Now look at your God to which you have kept on worshiping. It means your personal, egocentric caprices. Everything is turned to yourself. Nothing to the creator of all these things. This is how I found it. That is naturally happened to be here. That is what I gained. It's not given to you. You don't acknowledge the creator of it. You just say that, oh, I was born into a family and my parents happened to have a house with a beautiful garden, for example, and my parents died and I inherited it. I am lucky. Now, is it given to you? So I was lucky. How? It happened to be in this way. Don't touch me. Nothing is attached to me. Everything I am in the center. Everything happens accidentally. I benefit from it, and that's it. When I die, what will happen? I disappear. All right. If you understand in this way, your creator will say, you will disappear. What does it mean? You will not be given any more. Okay. We will certainly melt it. It means whatever you worshipped for instead of the creator of the universe, whatever you worshipped, it means your own egoistic expectations, egoistic concerns, and scatter its particles into the sea. What does it mean? Just make it disappear. I would understand this. We will certainly, the scholars talk about it a lot, what the verse is mentioning really with the word we will. Because in the scenario, Moses is speaking. So God is teaching us something through some instances of the prophet Moses, and he's speaking to me and teaching me now. Maybe Moses and Aaron, some scholars said this, maybe my community, believing, loyal, modest people, accepting. Modest doesn't mean that doesn't have anything. No, it's accepting, submitting the truth, the reality. That is community, followers of the prophet. Modest means accepting that we are all given. I didn't create anything. Isn't that true? Did I create anything? Yeah, that is modesty. But if I say, it happened to be by chance, I was just lucky or unlucky, doesn't matter, the same thing, happened to be accidentally, then not modesty, very arrogant, not acknowledging that the things are created. They need to be created. They cannot exist by themselves. That any human intelligence can understand this. Nothing can exist by itself. Everything is continuously given a new existence. There is definitely something behind this act of creation, even if I don't see it. I don't have to see it, but I see the action out there in front of my eyes. So if you are passing by a house, for example, if someone, or if you hear a voice saying that somebody is singing a beautiful song, let's say, do you say it happened to me luckily? Or there is someone who's singing. There is an agent. There is an agent making this beautiful song, music. You enjoy it. It's not an accident. It's a deliberate action. A conscious being has composed this music and now singing. I mean, don't say that it may be a recording. Still, originally, somebody is doing it. This is an analogy only. Now, we don't go into the details of the analogy. Just there's an agent behind it. That's so simple. So what is the agent behind the existence of this universe? So the prophet comes with the news to help us that there must be an agent, and this agent has such and such and such quality. And if you look at the universe in a certain way, then you understand that these qualities are manifesting, present in the universe, and you have to accept that there is an agent who owns these qualities. So maybe community, maybe we represent God, because this is said all the things demonstrate, clearly declare, announce that they have a creator. And this creator is a majestic, absolute being. He is now saying, look, with all of my qualities, as the owner of absolute power, owner of absolute wisdom, knowledge, free will, mercy, acting, changing, form giving, all these qualities will manifest and destroy all your hopes, and they will be scattered into the sea. It means you will not be able to reach them anymore. That is a very beautiful way of understanding, to me, of this verse related to my practical personal life right now. Okay, I think we are approaching very, very close to the to the end of today's class. Then we can cover verse 98. Your only deity is God, other than whom there is no deity. He embraces all things with his knowledge. Now, the prophet is reminding the people again, look, when you look at the universe, you cannot find anything which has the quality to give existence, to create, okay? So there is no deity on earth. Innama ilahukum Allahu alladhi la ilaha illa hu. So nothing has any quality to give existence to anything. It is so clear. You can see it. Everything needs to be created. Look at it. Whatever you say, you may say the sunlight, you may say water, earth, you may say human beings, you may say air, I don't know, atoms, molecules, particles, you may say my body, cells, my organs, they all need to be given existence. There is no creator. But there you are, they exist out there. They exist out there, la ilaha illahu. So what you do, you have to be careful to understand that there is no creator, so the universe exists. It has a creator. This is your God. And this is what you have to worship. It means acknowledge and try to understand what he meant in creating you, what he is expecting of you, and calling you to acknowledge him so that he will give you even more, because he can. He must be the creator. It means gives existence to something that did not exist before. So are you aware that he embraces all things with his knowledge? It means he knows everything because he is the creator of everything. The creator of everything must be the owner of everything. So knowing what he has been creating without knowledge cannot do it. So we cannot say that God created me here and I am doing something and I cannot see God around me now. Okay, so I'm doing as I want. No one knows it. No, your creator is creating you right now as you are here with us in this world. Because I am, my creator is keeping my existence to continue in this world. So yesterday I was created. I needed to be created. Today I need to be created. Tomorrow I will be in need of being created. So he knows me. Otherwise, if he didn't know me, I would disappear from existence. So it is obvious that I must be conscious of his presence in my life, and he knows what I am doing. He is recording everything what I do, and at the end, either he will take the car away from me, so I will be left alone with myself. Okay, you create the air you need now. You create water you need now. You create sunlight you need now. Come on, do it. You are left alone. That is what the consequence of bringing God on earth and making an image of it. Worshipping the image rather than God himself. Of course, worshiping image, your own make, your own desires, your worshiping image, your own egocentric interpretations of everything. So worshiping yourself, it definitely you will be treated accordingly. That is the justice of the Creator. Whatever you deserve. If you study, you deserve the degree. If you don't study, you deserve nothing. Fail. So Shema or Seima, I don't know, but I'm sorry about the pronunciation of the name. What a beautiful and insightful definition of modesty, mashallah. Yeah, alhamdulillah, thank you very much. Modesty is not really putting your head down or something. Maybe it may be a way of expressing your neediness, but the real meaning, as Seima, our friend Seima said, the meaning of modesty is accepting your reality in existence, what your position is in this world, who you are. Inshallah, we will continue. It's a very interesting part of, again, Moses' example in the Quran, which is, here we go. Yeah. Do we have a cow to slaughter? Now, this is interesting. We will study because this story is told in the Quran in chapter Baqarah. Of course, previous chapters we studied were revealed during Meccan period of the life of the Prophet Muhammad. So we interpreted everything in the context of the Meccan conditions of life. Now, this is going to be, the rest of today's study is going to be during the Medina period of prophetic life. It means a society is established, etc. We will talk now. What is the implications of the difference between Meccan revealed verses or chapters, and those chapters were revealed during Medinian period of the prophetic life, and how the story, Moses' story, changes the phase, how it goes, what the subject is related to, entangled with other affairs of societal life now. We will study that next week, inshallah, if God wills. If God doesn't will, that's up to him. He is our master, he is our owner, he can do anything he wants to us, as he gave us life freely. He can take it and give it, inshallah, a better life. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Inshallah, I'll see you next Monday, Saturday, Wednesday. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Oh, there is somebody. Mohammed Said wrote something. Let me read it before we stop recording and live streaming. So, Bismillah. It reminded me of the verse mentioning of the things of the universe, getting angry with ones, not appreciating their glorification. Yeah, because the others say that you are insulting me, of course. Now, meaning self-centered experience of this existence inevitably equals to not reading the beings in the name of their maker, of course. If I say I exist by myself, that means the things also exist themselves. Thank you, Muhammad Said. So I think one will not have any skill to read what comes after this existence as a result of one's usage of his life here. Yes, extension of it, i.e., a word that is meaningless in one's eye will be resulted in meaninglessness at the end. Thanks for reflecting on these verses. You are most welcome. And Sarah says, indeed, Jazakallah khair. Inshallah, everybody will be pleased with God's presence in the next life. Thank you. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم وآخر دعواهم الحمد لله رب العالمين بحرمة سر سورة الفاتحة. الله